For 3 decades, I've been banging out RPGs left, right and center. 3 decades. I'm an old man in game years. I constantly heard how this game is a masterpiece, so I finally bought it. I haven't finished it yet, so please no spoilers in the comments. In fact, I might turn off comments altogether. You guys can't be trusted. But I'm only a few hours in, and let me tell you, nothing has ever disturbed me more than the first hour of this game. If you're new to my channel, konnichiwa, you sexy little man. I usually do deep dive comparisons on games through a psychological or geopolitical lens. Basically, why we connect with games and the social implications. I'm a nerd. In my last video, the subscribers tried to stuff me in a locker. Ask them, they're proud of it. So yeah, I haven't finished the game yet, but there's already so much to unpack in the little I have played. I figured, why the hell not? You hear me, subscribers? I'm making this video and you can't stop me. So I jotted down a couple of talking points. So let's get jiggy with it. Sophie and Gustav. That first hour hit harder than most games do. You don't need flashy dialogue to see it. Their silence says everything. The way they hesitate to speak, the way they hold back what they really want to say. It's like they've both been living with regrets long before this moment. And then, in one cruel instant, fate decides who stays and who disappears. The paintress, who represents society's lack of control and the collective disdain for authority, sweeping through lives without warning. She appears, and with the simplicity of a single brushstroke, 3% of the entire population gone. Sophie had already accepted her fate, yet the way she glared at the paintress's canvas, then back at Gustav, told a different story. It was disbelief, maybe even denial. She knew it was coming, but she still looked around as if this can't be real. They hold each other and she disappears in his arms. 33 years gone. Modern media takes hours, maybe even weeks, developing their characters in TV shows and movies. And rarely do they have the effect Expedition 33 does. So we gotta give the writers their flowers for that. Gustav survives, Sophie doesn't. And just like that, he's left carrying a weight that isn't his fault. Every step forward is haunted by what he couldn't save. Survivor's guilt isn't about bravery and heroics. It's about living with the question, why her and not me? The game doesn't show it with text or cutscenes, just like in real life. It shows it in silence, in the slump of his shoulders, the hollow look in his eyes, the tiny pauses before he speaks. He's alive, sure, but surviving becomes his own punishment. But there isn't time to mourn. Life goes on. He has a mission to complete. Just like we have jobs to go to, responsibilities to meet, the weight doesn't lift. It follows us through all of our choices. Every battle, every step forward, survivor's guilt doesn't disappear. It mutates into determination, fear, and the constant ache of what was lost. And just like Gustav, we carry our own ghosts, even when the world expects us to keep moving. They land on the beach, and in seconds, his entire team is wiped out. The men and women he joked with, he drank with, the harsh training sessions, the tears they've shared, all snatched away in an instant. The air is filled with smoke and screams. For Gustav, it's not just shock, it's trauma replaying in every second. The slow motion, the screams, the inability to act. This mirrors what PTSD victims experience in real life. Flashbacks, hyper-awareness, the sense that danger is everywhere, even when it's gone. Surviving doesn't mean moving on. It means carrying the battlefield inside you long after it ends. Clair Obscur doesn't just show death, it shows how the mind fractures when confronted with it. And this isn't limited to war zones or fantasy shores. Civilians experience it too. Someone witnessing a car accident, a house fire, or years of bullying can have the mind replaying that moment over and over. Their body reacting as if it's happening again. Trauma isn't a moment, it's a loop the mind refuses to close. The mind keeps score long after the event ends. Surviving doesn't mean healing, it means carrying scars no one else can see. Clair Obscur doesn't just tell a story about survival, it shows what it feels like to live with the weight of loss. From Sophie disappearing in Gustav's arm to the beach massacre where everyone else falls, the game puts you inside the mind of someone carrying trauma and survivor's guilt. It mirrors real life, PTSD, loneliness, regret. And I'm only 3 hours in. Should I be scared? Yo, chat, what do you think? Nah, actually, you guys can't be trusted. When I finish this amazing game, I'll be back with a deeper dive. I just couldn't resist sharing some thoughts on that opening. Yeah, this video was a bit more casual. I'm usually more serious in my videos, but I was so unprepared for this. Smash that like button and subscribe, mon ami. I got a plane to catch.